Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Madden 17 Road to Glory, and it's actually the 200th video on the channel, which I can't believe it's come around that quick, to be honest. I can't believe we've got 200 videos on the channel already, under a year. So we have been getting out videos reasonably regularly. It has slowed down a bit since the start from now, but you know, just thank you guys for sticking with me through the videos. Hopefully you are still enjoying them. If you are, drop a like on the video on this specific one, because this is the Super Bowl video for our seasons anyway. We will be working our way through more seasons no matter what, because I mean, we have a million coins to work with, and I'm actually saving those coins for when Team of the Year drops. So when Team of the Year does drop, prices should, in theory, plummet, because everyone's going to be opening packs and trying to get the Team of the Year cards. That means every other card's price should drop. And the prices are also going to drop because there'll be a lot of good players come out in each position. And a lot of people will be getting one for free. I mean, I think I might just be able to, if they do 2 more Team of the Weeks. I know they'll do 1 more for the games this weekend. But whether they'll do 1 for next weekend, I'm not sure yet. If they do, I've lucked out and I will just get in to get the set. If not, then you know we've missed out just by 1 collectible, which is quite annoying, but you know, at the end of the day, I should have done those sets earlier on in the year, so it's just my fault. But what we're going to do just to start off this episode is just do a few of these predictor sets. I'd like to know your guys' opinion in the comments on what you think will happen for these. So I'll go through the ones I've already done. I've already done 8 of them. I'm going to do the next 8 just with you guys. Go through it. So I think the Falcons will win against the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks just aren't strong enough to beat the Falcons. I think it'll be a very high scoring game, which is why I've got Matt Ryan down to get 2+ passing touchdowns. I just think the Seahawks offense isn't great. It's good, but it's not elite. I mean, against the Lions, they had some absolutely wonder catches. It was unbelievable to watch. I mean, obviously some of them, one of them specifically shouldn't have been given, but anyway, they did some very good catches. But I think the Falcons offense, it's just going to be a very good high scoring game. I don't think Doug Baldwin's actually going to get a touchdown. I just don't think they're going to target him enough, and I think this one might be one of the ones that could go either way. So that one I'm not exactly sure about. Julio Jones, I don't think is going to get 100+ yards. I think they'll have Sherman on him a lot of the time, and most teams tend to never throw to Sherman's side. If Julio does, you know, rotate around or something, they have got a very good defense, the Seahawks. So hopefully, for my benefit, he won't get the 100 yards. Patriots win. I think everyone's going to say that. Tom Brady 3+ passing touchdowns. I don't think he will. I think they'll get quite a few rushing touchdowns. I think they will get 2 passing touchdowns, but I think on the whole they'll get running touchdowns, or they'll just try and control the game a bit more, in my opinion anyway. I think LeGarrette Blount's going to get a rushing touchdown. I think they're just going to give him the ball wherever possible because he's such a solid player. I think he'll definitely get a touchdown in that game for them. The Texans, I don't think Hopkins is going to get +5 receptions because I don't think the Texans offense is going to move the ball well whatsoever. So no matter how well he plays, I just think considering Brock Osweiler isn't a good quarterback, I just don't think he's going to be able to get Hopkins going, which is quite unfortunate for him. Chiefs or Steelers. This one, I'm not entirely sure about. Once again, could go either way. I think the Steelers are going to win. Just because how well they're playing. Le'Veon Bell, you know, he's really turned it on at the moment. Ben Roethlisberger could potentially be injured, but if he's not, I think they definitely stand a good chance to win there. Next one, Alex Smith has 20+ completions. That's a difficult one, actually. Yeah, I think he will. I think he will, because they're going to utilise quite a lot of their offense. The Steelers' defense has been very good, actually, if you look at the stats. Like, I think if you look at the stats since they've got their starters in, which they're using now, they're the best defense in the NFL in nearly every category, or they're top 5 in every category. So that could be a difficult one, but I think the Chiefs will play around that, and they'll use Travis Kelce and players like that to get just on the board a little bit quicker, or a little bit more often. They might give him short yardage plays and just work their way up from that. Ben Roethlisberger, 250 pass yards. Nope. Don't think he'll get that. Actually, saying that... Actually, no, I don't think he'll get that because I think they'll run the ball a lot. And that will obviously cut into his passing yards. Travis Kelce, 80+ yards. That's a difficult one. Because if Chiefs are going to do well, that means Kelce will play well. 80+ yards is quite difficult, though, for a tight end to get, especially in the playoffs. The Steelers are going to be all over him. I think they'll... I don't know, actually, who they're going to put on him. They might match Shazier up with him, which that could be difficult. I'm going to go false. Just gut instinct there. And then we'll go on to the final game, which is the Cowboys-Packers game. And this one, I have no idea on this one who's going to win. You'd think the Cowboys are going to win just because of their season record. But I have a feeling... Actually, no, I don't know. I'm going to go for the Cowboys. Just because I hate the Packers, I'm going to go for the Cowboys there. You know, that means if a Cowboy win, it will be extra good for me. Dak Prescott has 1 passing touchdown and no interceptions. I think that's a very tricky one. Will he get picked off? I don't think he will. I think this is going to be true because they're going to really run the ball wherever they can. I mean, that O-line is so good. They're going to run the ball literally whenever they can, as I'm sure everyone knows. Ezekiel Elliott, 125. Nope, not going to happen that one. I'm fairly certain on that one. The Packers' defense is very good against the run, so and they'll be expecting the run a hell of a lot, and they might give up a few passing plays just to counteract the run. And Devontae Adams to get 1 touchdown. Since I've got True left, I could swap it around, but I'm going to go with True just on that one. Just it could go either way once again, but for now, since I've done these sets now, I'm going to jump into the Super Bowl game. Quite nervous for it. I have upgraded the team a little bit here and there just for this game. I mean, we had a few, obviously we have coins, so I thought I'd upgrade a position or 2. Offense, I think, is exactly the same as it was before. But on defense, we have got Clinton Dix as our free safety now. I've also put Von Miller as backup in both outside backer positions. I might sub him in for Whitehead, but I've got Whitehead in there mainly for the chemistry because he gets Teddy Bruschi up to a 95. Thinking about changing Ray Nitschke, I mean, I absolutely love using this Ray Nitschke card. I think he's such a dominant player in the middle, mainly because of his height. But I'm thinking I might upgrade him next episode. So if you guys do have a suggestion on who to put in there, let me know. Pretty sad to get rid of Larry Wilson out of the starting lineup, but he will come in for a few plays and he should be an absolute baller for us as he usually is. Knowing my luck, he'll come in for the final play. He'll get the game-winning pick or something like that. I would absolutely love to see that. But overall, the team's looking pretty damn good. Every position is very, very good there. Got Tony Dorsett as our 3rd down running back, but I'm not going to delay it anymore. Pretty nervous to go into this game because this is the first Super Bowl we've had in the series. So let's just get straight into it. So guys, we are here in what I thought was the Super Bowl game. It's actually not. It's actually one of the 3 games that lead up to the Super Bowl. But even still, stick around for the game. We're against someone he had a very good team. He had a full New England Patriots team, and they have pretty much phenomenal players in every position at this point in the game. As you can see, his top 3 players there were very, very good, and he has some other very high-rated players. Like he had LeGarrette Blount there, the elite version, who, as you can see from the first run there, was going to be hard to stop. So I didn't really know exactly what to do against this guy when he was on offense. I mean, I didn't want to not play the run, because if he was going to run it, it was going to work for him a lot of the time with Blount if I didn't blitz. So I was sending a fair few blitzes in. Not sure how Gronk managed to pick up the 1st down there. He was actually, I think he only got a 3-4 yard gain, but he fell forward. So he picked up the extra 3 yards there, annoyingly. This time he launches it deep to Moss, and that might be one of the best one-handed interceptions you're ever going to see. Look at that again in slow-mo from Madison. And I've thought about upgrading him, but I mean, he does make plays like that every game. I mean, Larry Wilson did make plays. I did actually upgrade him to Clinton Dix, as you saw. But, I mean, Madison, I can't do it yet because he does make so many plays. And he was man-marking Moss this entire game. So he did have his work out for him, as you can see there. And on my first offensive drive here, I'm just going to try and figure out what works against this guy. I'll try the run to start with. If the run doesn't work, I'll go to a mesh usually. If that doesn't work, or it does, that worked quite well there. If it doesn't work though, I'll go to a corner out, and the corner out was working pretty nicely. So I was going to save that one for my Arsenal a bit later on in the game, when it was a more important play. So he would, I mean, I knew it worked there, and he wouldn't expect it later on if I didn't do it very much. So I was trying to cut that out of the game as much as I could, and I was trying to run the ball a lot. If you see the downs where I've cut it out, or there aren't huge gains, it's because I'm running the ball. Like there, I could have made a nice gain up the middle. Unfortunately, I didn't. I'm not exactly sure why I ran left, to be honest, but we ended up kicking the field goal. Because at the time, I did think this was the Super Bowl game, and I was playing really conservatively. I just wanted to get the win. Didn't care how it was done, to be honest. I was going to play very safe and just try to get the win. But my opponent, as you can see, he has a hell of a lot of time, and when you're in the playoffs, there's actually 5-minute quarters. So, to be honest, you have a lot of time when you're on offense, and you're going to get a few possessions per half. So, my opponent did have time to drive right down the field on this possession, and he's 3rd and 7. I was marking over the middle, fine, I thought. He sends it deep, and that's something that Randy Moss can just do, annoyingly. My Moss doesn't seem to do that too often. Catching in traffic isn't his strong suit, but luckily for me, Bob Sanders makes arguably the play of the game there, making a pick. Does put us to the 1-yard line, so I'm pretty sure in this formation he's going to send a heavy blitz. He does. We get the throw off just in time. Jerry Rice cuts to the outside, makes everyone miss, and he is gone. That is a 99-yard touchdown for Jerry Rice there. And I know Bob Sanders, I just said he made the play of the game. Jerry Rice arguably made also what could be a contention for play of the game there with the 99-yard touchdown, putting us up 10-0 and giving my opponent 2 minutes to score before the half is up. And we know he can just lob it deep and come down with it with that Randy Moss. So I'm playing very, very conservative off him here. I'm trying not to give him a one-on-one. Unfortunately, it was a one-on-one, but he didn't go to him. He went to another route, a comeback route, which worked perfectly. I mean, whenever he did that comeback route, it worked for him. So I think he should have done it more often, because for some reason my guys just wouldn't cover it very well. I mean, I could have changed the zones up a little bit, but it didn't work covering it, to be honest. I'm giving him the run here on this drive. I'm giving him the run whenever he wants it, just to run the clock down. So as you can see, I've given him the run a fair few times. He's ran the clock down himself to 25 seconds with 30 yards left. So I just don't want to give him a big yardage gain, but we do, with another comeback route, as you can see there. But once again, I just want to get a stop, a pick or something, or a fumble. He does run into his own line there with Tom Brady, and he was rolling out quite a bit with Tom Brady, which you don't usually see. He does throw it to the end zone there. I think quite unluckily doesn't get the touchdown call. I think that could have potentially been given as a touchdown. Feet could have been down. Wasn't given in the game, which I suppose without a challenge play, you presume, it's definitely not a touchdown, but I think a bit dubious there. He does make me turn the ball over on the first drive in the second half. I'm going to just play very conservative this half once again. He does launch it deep, and this time Randy Moss just comes down with it. Absolutely ridiculous play. I mean, I try and get my Moss to do that a fair few times. I'm not going to show it because it never worked in these plays, but I do get him to try and do it a fair few times. He's double covering the corner out there, which gives Derrick Henry a nice yardage gain up the field there, and I'm loving this Derrick Henry card. I think it's probably the best card, or the best running back I've used all year. He picks up, he just trucks people so easily, and I'm thinking about getting that Mel Blount card when Team of the Year comes out, because he'll be so similar to Derrick Henry, and if we have them in a 1-2, he'll just be ridiculous. If I start Henry and then put Mel Blount in, or LeGarrette Blount in, sorry, he'll have 98 trucking, I think it is, which will be absolutely unreal. But back to the game on this drive. 4 minutes left. I know a touchdown should seal the game. I'm trying to make him think it's not going to be a run here. I thought about actually going for the run. Fortunately, I didn't, because Antonio Brown makes a huge catch, gets us to the 3-yard line, and I'm going to try and pile it in with Henry. He's only got 4 people on the line. He's got a lot of people in the box, though, and unfortunately, they do get through my line pretty easily, and I don't get any gain on that. So, a lot of routes were open here. I mean, Dallas Clark was wide open, Jerry Rice was wide open, but I'm going to go to the one that I know will work, and it does. So we get 17-7. And I'm not sure what he did on this drive. He totally changed his offensive style up. He was using screen plays. He was doing a totally different offense. As you can see, he's using plays I haven't seen before, besides this one on the comeback route, which just worked. I mean, I was just... The only reason it was working is because I wasn't was playing deep coverage all game against this guy because I didn't want Moss to do what he did once or twice this game and just get very easy yards down the field. Rolls out with Tom Brady again, a minute left. I know all I need to do is get a first down on my next possession to make the game over. He gets an unbelievable catch in traffic there. Goes for the onside. Luckily for us, it's Peters who picks it up, who is actually the tight end, the lineman at tight end. He does force us to a 4th and 3rd. Very big play. I get the run. We get the first down, and that is game over. So what I thought was a Super Bowl win turns out not to be a Super Bowl win, but we will get the Super Bowl game in the next episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.